guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Reagan and this is my channel, Ray Ray Reads, and today I'm going to be doing a Christmas book haul.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I just want to say that most of these are gifts. Some of them are books that I bought in the month of December. So while it is a Christmas book haul, it is also just a couple books that I got for myself in December. But yeah, before we jump into the video though, I do have some exciting news. On Christmas Eve, my boyfriend Griffin proposed. So we are engaged now, and now I have to start calling him my fiance, which is freaking weird. But this was my favorite gift of Christmas for obvious reasons. But I'm so thankful, and I am just so excited for what this next year holds and just this new season in our lives. But I just wanted to tell you guys because I do feel like you guys are a part of my life and I want you to stay updated on the big things in my life. So we are engaged and I'm so excited. This is the ring. I don't even know if my camera will focus on it. He did so good. It is so freaking pretty. I am totally obsessed with it. But anyways, back to the bookish content here. I do have a stack of books that is so tall that it like comes up to me while I'm sitting, but I'm very excited to show you guys the books that I got for Christmas and a couple that I got in December. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So right on top, I have a couple books that I purchased from a secondhand like bookstore. I'm pretty sure it's called Second Sale, and I will link that website down below. It did take like a couple weeks to get here, but the books are so cheap, and I think they factor in taxes like while you're shopping. So like once you pick out the books that you want, you don't have to pay taxes or shipping, which is kind of crazy because like what you see is what you pay for, which is really crazy. But anyways, the first book that I found was Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevers. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm assuming that's a woman. But anyways, this is, I really don't know much about it. I just know that it is a YA novel about a girl who like trains to be an assassin or something. And I don't really know. For some reason, I feel like she just like chase some guy or like go to some court and like kill him. But of course they're gonna fall in love naturally. So it's pretty thick. It's a pretty big YA book. It is the first one in a series. I don't know if there's like 2 or 3. I think there's 2 or 3. I don't think there's any more than 3. But I'm very excited to get into this one. It just sounds so good and just like so intense and just that angsty YA book. I'm very excited. Then in the same purchase, the second book that I got was Making Faces by Amy Harmon. First of all, this cover is freaking gorgeous. I am literally so obsessed with it, and I'm pretty sure this is about a girl who is like from this small town, and basically these 4 guys go off to war, and when they come back, only one of them comes back because the other 3 like died at war, and he is not the same person, and he has this huge scar on his face, I believe, and so it makes it really hard for anyone to like be attracted to him, and he has a lot of demons, and he's like just got a lot on his plate, and he meets this girl, and apparently it's just a really emotional romance, which you guys know I love the emotional ones, so I'm very excited about this one. So those were the books that I found at Second Sale. Again, the link will be down below in the description bar if you want to shop there. It is so nice. The prices are amazing, and I love getting books secondhand or just thrifted because I do feel like I'm not spending as much money on books, and I don't need them to be new. I actually kind of like it when they are used. It just feels like so loved. I don't know. The next book I got was just kind of a random find. I was at Second and Charles Christmas shopping actually, and I picked this one up for me because I really wanted it, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it, and that is Withering Heights by Emily Bronte. This cover is so cute. I'm sure it's not like a abnormal cover. Like I'm sure this is printed quite often, but I absolutely love this. It's so cute. Like the cover's so cute, and I've always wanted to read a couple classics, and this is one of the ones on the list. You guys know I love romance, and so this is like everyone's favorite if they love romance. Like this is their favorite classic. So also this is Mary Grace's favorite from Mcgee's library, so I feel like I need to read it to like understand her. This is like her all-time favorite, so not just like a yearly favorite. Like this is one of her all-time favorite books, so I really want to read it. I'm a little bit nervous just because it is a classic, and I'm nervous about like the writing and stuff like that, but I am excited to jump into this one. I really don't know much about it. All I know is that it's about these 2 people who love each other, and they're terrible for each other, and it's heartbreaking, so sounds great. Next up, I got this at Ollie's, and I love Ollie's to death, but I hate their stickers. Like for some reason, they always stick them on the front of the book, and they do not come off at all. So I'm gonna have to do some serious work on this one, because not only did it have an Ollie's sticker, but it also had another sticker from probably another secondhand shop. But that is Sustained by Emma Chase. This is a really cute cover, except for this. Like, what is going on here? Also, this guy's like nip is just like out. Like, I don't know if my camera's gonna focus. Okay, why is it there? Why is it there? It makes me so uncomfortable. It's like I can't look at anything but that. Like it's just there. I don't like it. But anyways, everything else about this cover is cute. Regardless, this is about a girl and a guy, and I'm pretty sure he or she, I don't remember. I think it's her actually. She has like 4 kids and she's a single mom, and basically he just like hops up in there. And that's really all I know about it. I don't feel like reading the back again because I did read it when I bought it, but I don't really remember much about it. But one of them's like a lawyer. That's really all I know. I don't know much about it, but there's that. So yeah, I'm very excited about this one. Also, I want to interrupt really quick with my book haul to say that I got 2 other things for Christmas that are bookish and I'm really, really excited about them. One is my sister-in-law and my brother got me book stamps, which is like from the Library of Reagan. And they got me one with my current last name, and then they also got me one with my fiance's last name. That's so weird. I'm just gonna keep calling him my boyfriend because I feel like annoying if I say fiance, but regardless, they got me both. And so this is a picture of the one that has my current last name on it, and then I don't have like the proof of the one with my boyfriend's last name on it because it hasn't come yet and they haven't like sent her a proof. They did it with like a different company. So anyways, I'm really excited. I'm gonna stamp all my books up until like when we get married with my current last name, and then any books after that is gonna have his last name. So it'll be a cool way for me to like keep track of what books I owned before we got married. So I'm very excited and I'm just so ready for these things to come in. They just didn't come in time for Christmas, but they said they'll give them to me as soon as possible. And lastly, my mom got me a tripod for my filming process, and it was a little hard to set up because it was my first time like kind of figuring it out, but I absolutely love it and I'm so excited. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, continuing on with the book haul. I found the next few books in Dallas when I went with my bookish friends, and the first one that I got was at a like little free book library, and that is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. We're gonna say Atwood. And this is, I've heard really, really, really good, and I think the Hulu series is already out and people have said it's really good. So I want to read this and then watch it on Hulu. It definitely has someone's last name on here. So Arnett, thank you very much. I'm very excited to read this. Then while I was in Dallas, we went to the biggest half price books in the nation. And if you want to see a vlog of that, I will link it down below. Mara recorded this and did a vlog on her channel. I'll also leave my Dallas vlog below because if you're interested in watching that whole trip, it will also be linked down below or above in the cards. So anyways, while we were at the half price books, I found The Giver by Lowry for $2. I was kind of shook. It does have somebody else's last name on it. So Carter, thank you very much. I'm very excited about this. It was super cheap and I was like, I've always wanted to read this. So I figured I'd pick it up and try it out. Oh, I just realized I did not give you a book description for this one or the last one. I don't really know much about the last one. I think The Handmaid's Tale is about these women who like have to like go into people's houses and like basically be like the baby maker. Like they like make babies for people's family because like making children is like really hard now or something. Not totally sure, but The Giver, I cannot remember, but it's like a dystopian world and it is YA. I've watched the movie plenty of times, but I just cannot remember for the life of me, but I'm very excited to read this one. The next one that I found at the half price books, I am so excited about. I have wanted to read this for so long and I wanted to own my own copy, and this is actually one of my favorite editions of it, and that is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Look at this freaking edition. Are you kidding me? It's so cute. I mean, the details, I'm obsessed. Also the cover and like with the color of the spine, it's beautiful. I definitely read this when I was a kid with my mom, but I don't remember anything about it. So I want to reread it for myself because this movie, Little Women, the newest one, is like one of my all-time favorite movies and I love it so much. So I want to read the book because, you know. Also, if you don't know what Little Women is about, it's about these 4 sisters who live with their mom and their dad's off at war for a majority of the time. And it takes place during the Civil War, I believe, and it's just about their life. So pretty basic, but it's amazing as what I've heard. I don't really remember much about it, but I'm excited to read this. Also, I'm flying through this because my camera battery is on 15%, so we're just gonna hope for the best. The next one I found at the half price books is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I am very excited to read this one. I don't own the first, no wait. Oh my God, did I buy the, bro, I bought the wrong one. No, I didn't, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's fine. I bought the third book. I bought the second one because my sister owns the first one and I want to read these. So I'm going to read her copy of the first one, and then I have the second. I also have the sixth and the seventh. So I just need like the ones in the middle now. So anyways, I bought this because it was like $5. So I'm very excited to read this one. The next one I have to show you guys is actually my December pick for book of the month, and that is The Great Alone by Kristin Hannah. Oh look, my bookmark is in this one. Mind if I cut in? Very cute. Anyways, this one's about a family, and I don't really know much about it. I just know they have like a lot of trouble, and the dad like goes off to war. Oh, he's a POW from the Vietnam War. Anyways, they move to Alaska, and it's him and his wife and their daughter, and they have a really hard time meshing and just like being in Alaska because he is a POW and is really struggling to like get back to normal life, and his daughter and his mom like just really, or his daughter and his wife really struggle with like adjusting to him, if that makes sense. I don't really know. I just know it's really sad, and I'm really nervous about it, but I'm also excited. So there's that. The next book, I can't even talk about it because I'm so excited. This was on the top of my want to read list so badly, at the top of my Amazon wish list. Like, this was the book I wanted so bad, and Becca from Hello Lovely Box sent me this and another book that I'm about to show you guys. But the first book she sent me was Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I am so excited for this book. It is a dark romance that is a historical romance, and it is about these pirates, and it's this woman who's married to this like horrible pirate guy or something, I don't know, and she meets another pirate guy or something, and there's like kind of a love triangle, but it's really dark and really graphic. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, and so I'm kind of nervous about starting it, but I'm so excited. I've heard literally nothing but amazing things about this book. It is huge. It's way bigger than I thought it was gonna be, and like the text is even like, it goes like all the way to the top of the page, and like I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous, but I'm also really freaking excited because I can't believe I haven't even read this yet. So she sent me this one. Then she sent me The Fire Between High and Low by Brittany C. Cherry. This is the last book that I needed for the Element series. I love the Element series so much, and this is the second book, which I have not read yet. I've heard this is the worst out of all four, so I am a little bit nervous going into it, but The Silent Waters is, I think, the third book in the series, and that was one of my favorite reads of 2020, so I am super excited to get into this one. And all I know is that he's like a firefighter maybe, or there's like a fire. I don't know. These books are just like really emotional romance novels, and she just really pulls at my heartstrings, man. Brittany C. Cherry gets me, y'all. So there's that. Becca, thank you again so much. Love you. Then some of my sweetest friends on BookTube sent me The Roommate by Rosie Dannon. This was sent to me from the Roomies Digest. I will link their channel down below. They are absolutely amazing. It is two roommates who live in LA, and they are some of my best friends on BookTube. I love them so much, and they sent me this book, which I'm so excited about because I've heard so many good things. This is about a girl who needs like a roommate for some reason. I don't really remember. Something happens and she needs a roommate all of a sudden, and she ends up moving in with this guy who's actually like a porn star, I believe, and they kind of like, I think it might be enemies to lovers or something, but anyways, they move in together, they're roommates, and like this cover, are you kidding me? It's so cute. So I've heard so many good things about this one, so I'm very excited to start. The next book was sent to me by one of my other dear friends here on BookTube, and that is Morgan from Morgan's Chaotic World, and she sent me A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I have wanted to own this book and read it for so long. I want to own it because I know I'm gonna cry, and so I'm gonna want to annotate it naturally, but this is just a really sad romance novel, and basically it's about a boy and a girl who like grow up together and like love each other, I believe, and then they like get separated or something for a while, and then when they come back together it's really hard, or something's wrong. I don't know. I really don't know. I just know it's gonna make me cry. So I'm very excited about this one. Thank you, Morgan, so much. I love you. The next few books came from my best friends that I went to Dallas with. I met them on BookTube, and then we took a trip together to Dallas and we opened and exchanged Christmas gifts. So the first one came from Naima, and she gave me this book like from her collection, like she already owned it, and she knew that this is like one of my all-time favorite series, and so she gave me Welcome to the Dark Side by Gianna Darling. This is the second book in the Fallen Men series, like Motorcycle Club series, and it is so good. This is one of my favorites. Not my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite is the most recent release. Actually, I think she has a new book coming out in like 2 days, but her most recent release up as of right now is Inked and Lies, and that one's my new favorite. But this one's so good, and I'm really excited to reread it. It's been like a little while. I read it this year, but I want to reread it for sure very soon. So Naima gave me this one because she knows how much I love it, and I love you, Naima. Thank you. Naima also got me another really anticipated read for me. I know it came out like super long ago, but I've been wanting to read it for so long, and that is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I have been wanting to read this for so long, and I've heard so many good things about it, and my big and my sorority actually read this, and she's not like a huge reader, but she read it, and we went out to lunch, and she was telling me all about it, so I feel like I need to read it now because she loved it and she adored it. So I'm very excited about this one, but this is a retelling of like Aphrodite and somebody, I don't know, it's like about Greek gods. That's really all I know, but I heard it's a love story, but it also will make you cry your eyes out. So I'm very excited about this one. You guys, why do I have books that are gonna make me cry? Like, why am I so obsessed with books that are gonna make me cry my eyes out? I don't know. But anyways, she gave me this one as well. Thank you so much, Naima. I will leave her channel link down below. You guys should go subscribe to her because she's amazing. And thank you for the Christmas gifts. Love you. Oh my gosh, my camera's on 5%, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep rushing. But the next one came from Mary Grace from Mcgee's library. Of course, I'll leave her channel link down below. But she got me American Royals by Catherine Mcgee, and I'm very excited about this one. This is one of Mare's favorites, and I just wanna read it because she loves it so much. And it's just like really good, like YA trash, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know if it's like objectively like a good book, but I've heard very good things about it, and it's just a fun and exciting read, so I'm very excited to start this one. I'm not totally sure what this one's about, but I'm pretty sure it's about like the Washingtons, and they're like the royal family, and she's like the princess or something. I don't know. I'm excited though. Also, the sun is setting right now, so the lighting's kind of going down. I apologize, but just bear with me. The next one that I got was from Mare, and she got me 2 books, and that was Beartown. Wait, did Mare give me this? Or did Mcgee give me this? I think Mcgee got me this and Mare got me American Royals. Why do I suck at remembering things? Anyways, one of them got me this book, and this is by Frederick Bachman. I read Anxious People this year and absolutely loved it, so I want to read more from him, and this is Mare's like favorite book of all time. So I'm very excited to read it. It is about a town who loves like hockey, and that's like where they get a lot of their money from, and they base all of their economics on this hockey team that is like centered around the town. And basically there is like some kind of like sexual assault, I believe, and it's just kind of how the town like deals with it after the fact. But this sounds really, really good. I've heard it's gonna make me cry, and I'm very excited. So there's that. Thank you, Mcgee or Mare, whoever got that for me. Please let me know. This one definitely came from Mare, and I know this one came from Mare, and that is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I own the second book, and I want to read this series so bad because I do love this show so much. She got this book for me thrifted, and just look at this. While I was flipping through it, we found a gem here. I don't know who these people are, but they're staying in this book because I literally lost it. When I saw them in here, I screamed. It was so freaking funny. Why can't I put it back in here? Anyways, this is about a woman who basically travels back in time to when the Scottish like war is going on. I don't even know much about Scottish history, but basically she goes back in time and travels to Scotland, and she basically falls in love with this man from Scotland who is trying to fight in the Jacobite versus the whatever, the English people, and they're in the middle of a war or something like that. Anyways, it just sounds really good, and I love the show so much, so I want to read it, and hopefully Mcgee will read this with me and Buddy read it with me. Thank you, Mare, love you. And the last 3 books came from my sister for Christmas. She got me 3 books for Christmas like a freaking doll that she is. And the first one that I have is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I own From Blood and Ash, and I do want to read it. I got like 150 pages in and then had to stop because I had to read, I think I had to pause to read the Percy Jackson book for the Percy Jackson read-along that I'm in, and I never went back to it because I just like had a bunch of other things I needed to read. So I do want to pick it back up because I was loving it, so I need to read that one. But this is the second book in that series, and I'm so excited to read it. I've heard absolutely amazing things. From Blood and Ash has been like some people's favorite book of 2020, so I'm really excited to read that one and then get into this one. So thank you to my sister. Then she got me a book that I am so excited to read, and that is Marrow by Taryn Fisher. I wanted to own this book because I read Mudvayne by Taryn Fisher, I think this year actually, or in late 2019, but regardless, I read it pretty recently and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so good, and I just love Taryn Fisher's writing. It's so beautiful. I didn't love The Wives, but I loved Mudvayne with my whole heart. And people always say if you loved Mudvayne, then you're going to love Marrow, because it's like if you've read Mudvayne, you should read Marrow because it's like the same kind of metaphor or something. I don't really know, but I'm very excited to read it. It is about a girl named Margot, and she lives in this like really old crappy neighborhood, and she lives in this like cursed house, like a cursed mom, and she hasn't spoken to her in years, and she just lives every day feeling invisible. And she meets this boy named Judah who is in like a wheelchair or something, and one of the girls in the neighborhood goes missing, and they just kind of go out together to look for her and like try to uncover clues to figure out what happened to her and how she went missing. And it just says that when Margot finds the answers, it changes her with a new perspective on life, and she's determined to find evil and punish it, targeting rapists and child molesters one by one, and she risks losing everything, including her own soul. So this book just sounds so good, and I'm so excited to read it. Also, I know that I'm gonna love it because I loved Mudvayne, and people say that this is like the same kind of vibes. So I'm very excited to get to this one. And lastly, but most certainly not least, one of my favorite books that I got this year for Christmas is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I literally cried when I opened the bag and saw that this book was in there because I have been wanting to read this book for so long. It is actually hilarious how long I've been wanting to read this, I guess, since it came out, but it has been on my want to read list for so long, and all of my friends have been reading it and just raving about it. And the message in this book is like one of my favorite messages, and I know I'm gonna love it. So I want to read this and just love it and cry over it and everything that goes along with it. But if you don't already know what this book is about, it is about a guy named Linus who is like a caseworker for like kids that have like magical abilities, and this is in like a fantasy world where kids do have magical abilities. And there is this like orphanage with kids that are like the kids that have been pushed out of society because they are like evil or like look bad or evil or something, and they have like evil abilities because they're like can do magic or something. I'm not totally sure. But the guy that is the orphanage runner, the orphanage carer, I don't know, him and Linus kind of strike up a relationship, and they start to grow closer, and Linus just starts to realize that not everything is what it seems, and you can find family in anyone really. And I don't know, it just sounds so sweet and heart-wrenching, and I want to read it so bad. So I'm so excited about this one. Guys, we freaking made it. We are done with the book haul. That was so many books that it was like so high of a stack, and I am so incredibly grateful and thankful to everyone that has gifted me a book this Christmas. I love you and appreciate you so much. You don't even know. Thank you so much for giving me those books. I do not deserve it, and I will say that over and over again. Thank you so much though for gifting that to me and just making my Christmas so special. That is all that I have for this video. As always, don't forget to check the description bar. There's going to be a lot of goodies down there, people's YouTubes and different videos if you want to check those out as well. Also, my social media will be linked down below if you want to follow me there. I do post a lot on Instagram, so I'm very active over there if you want to follow me there, and on Goodreads. And as always, there will be plenty of ways to support me if you'd like to support me in my channel, but the number one way to support me is actually if you guys like and subscribe. So if you really did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also let me know down in the comments what is one thing that you got for Christmas that you are so excited about, or one thing that you gifted to somebody else that you are so excited about for them. Just let me know anything that you got or gave away for Christmas. I am so excited to read through all of those. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys with my whole heart. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. She's a Mona Lisa.